Common. And Then We Rise, a guide to loving and taking care of self. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often find ourselves stuck on autopilot, looping around routine responsibilities and catering to societal pressures, leaving little room for self-care or personal reflection. Yeah, it's easy to overlook the importance of self-love and personal well-being amidst the chaos. Yet, the journey towards our highest, most creative selves depends on our doing so. In this blink, we'll explore the transformative power of self-care through the lens of Common's own journey toward wellness and spiritual enlightenment, and how and why you might want to harness these practices too. While Common's personal story is a testament to the power of prioritizing, investing in, and leveraging nutrition, exercise, mental care, and spiritual connection, this is no mere memoir. Instead, it's just as much a guidebook for anyone curious about the symbiotic relationship of personal well-being and faith, keen to glean practical insights into the importance of nurturing their own mind, body, and soul. Now, of course, you can enjoy soaking up Common's illuminating anecdotes and revelations from candid conversations with his teachers, but consider this an invitation too. An invitation to join Common on the path toward your highest, most creative self. Ready to set forth? Let's get started. Nutrition. Once upon a time in the bustling city of Chicago, a young man's diet was the stuff of fast food legend. Think French fries and fried chicken, and a special shout out to Harold's Chicken Shack, among others. This was a time when pork chops and bacon weren't just menu items. They were love languages, spoken fluently at family gatherings where soul food reigned supreme, and pancakes were the morning ritual. But as with any great story, there came a turning point, and for Common, that transformation began with the power of music. Yes, music. The conscious lyrics of Grandmaster Flash, KRS-One, and others planted seeds of awareness about health and self-care, showing that rap can be as nourishing for the soul as any superfood. For Common, the shift these lyrics prompted wasn't just about swapping pork for tofu, but also a deeper exploration of how culture and community can shape our choices. Common's journey toward veganism wasn't a solo trek, but influenced by his environment, his hip-hop heroes, and the realization that food is more than sustenance. It's an expression of love and a path to elevation. So fast forward, and the once fried food fanatic is now a staunch advocate for the healing power of food, a believer in the transformative energy of green juices and plant-based diets. What's particularly compelling about his ethos is the holistic and integrated approach to health and well-being. And this isn't just about physical health. It's about spiritual growth, about finding a higher version of oneself through the choices we make at the supermarket and dining table. It's the acknowledgement that our diets can impact not just our waistlines, but our communities, our mental clarity, and our ability to connect with others. Even the act of saying grace before a meal can deepen our connection to the food we eat and the world around us. Common's tale of transformation may sound extreme and beyond your reach, but if anything, it should serve as a reminder that profound change is possible. Remember, Common once worshipped at the altar of Harold's Chicken Shack. He wasn't raised praising wheatgrass shots and sauteed mushrooms. So whether you're a vegan virtuoso or someone who's just starting to ponder the impact of your dietary choices, take a moment to reflect on where your nutrition sits currently and where you'd ideally like it to be. The possibilities are endless, with a little bit of introspection and a lot of green juice. Exercise. Imagine being 12 years old and landing a gig with the Chicago Bulls. The job? A ball boy starting at the bench, folding warm-up suits and ensuring the court was safe and dry. That's where a young Common began, right beside the court, absorbing the life, breath, and sweat of the game. It was a role that placed him courtside during Michael Jordan's first season with the Bulls, witnessing the birth of a legend. Jordan's arrival was transformative. It wasn't just about basketball. It was about witnessing excellence in motion, feeling the energy shift, and knowing, even if not in detail, that it was the start of something monumental. This experience was more than just about the sport. It was about being close to greatness and dreaming big. From that moment forward, Common worked relentlessly on his game. He wasn't the most talented at first, but he put in his reps and could soon hold his own. While Common didn't end up going pro like his idol Jordan, his commitment to basketball and his team fostered a determination and resilience he hadn't possessed prior. It was also Common's first glimpse into how intertwined physical health is with emotional and spiritual well-being, though the full magnitude of that truth wouldn't sink in until Common reached his 30s. Fast forward 15 years, and the only training Common saw in his jam schedule was the occasional game of pickup ball with his friends. But that was all to change when he booked the film Smokin' Aces, in which he needed to get bigger to be believable as the bodyguard he portrayed. Cue a now decades-long commitment to working out 5 days a week and prioritizing staying physically fit. Again, what's profound here is that Common's focus isn't just on the physical, but it's the intersection with the emotional and spiritual. He reflects that maintaining his training and his body moving kept his soul afloat during dark days throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. That even on days when he'd rather be anywhere else than in the gym at the crack of dawn, he always walks out a better person and performer. Take a moment to consider your current relationship with exercise. Demanding, personal trainer-led sessions in the gym might not be your thing, but even walks around your neighborhood or simple body weight sets in your living room all count and add up significantly over time. And it's more than just looking good at the beach come summertime. It's an opportunity to unlock the deep reserves of determination, resilience, and potential for greatness within yourself. Mental care. Picture, if you will, a young spirit bursting with the potential to craft words into rap, inspired by the Bond Hill crew of Cincinnati. This spirit is none other than a 12-year-old Common, embarking on a journey not just of music, but of discovering the divine act of creation itself. That first rap written, a testament to the magic of creativity and the affirmation received from peers, set the stage for a decades-long career in the arts. Common learned early on that creativity isn't simply an expressive act, but a sacred engagement with the self and the universe, a process of bringing forth that which resides within, often without conscious thought, allowing subconscious whispers to flow freely, and the process likened to a divine dialogue, a connection to a higher purpose that transcends mere artistic endeavor. For Common, it was clear that creating music wasn't just about creating music. It was about tapping into a wellspring of creativity that fuels the soul. Common admits he was fortunate to have role models to expand the realm of what he thought possible, underscoring the profound impact of visibility and representation. Perhaps you, too, can call to mind one or two individuals who mirror your aspirations and the person you want to become. If not, seek out inspiration. Examples set by those who came before can pave the way for your dreams to flourish. Like exercise, expressing the creative capacity provides abundant opportunities to grow, develop, and align with the divine. Few of us will make a career of self-expression as Common has. In this case, creativity becomes even more crucial to prioritize. Writing, painting, singing, making music, acting, dancing, whatever comes most naturally to you is no trivial activity, but an intimate exploration of the self, a means of connecting with others, and a mechanism for healing at the deepest level. A further similarity to physical fitness, nourishing the mind through creativity introduces us to the value of commitment, persistence, and joy for joy's sake. What practices of self-expression do you currently have in place? What practices could you add or amend to encourage your mind to thrive? The Grammy, Oscar, Golden Globe, and Emmy Awards Common has collected over the years are great, but nowhere near as great as the rewards his lifelong dedication to creativity has given him. With a little time and investment, those same rewards could be yours for taking too. Spiritual connection. Imagine embarking on a spiritual journey, guided not by a distant figure shrouded in mysticism, but by the very person who first held your hand in this world, your mother. An 8-year-old Common, buoyed by his mother's unwavering belief in the power of faith, first encountered spiritual awakening in the soul-stirring ambiance of Trinity United Church of Christ. Reverend Jeremiah Wright was a revelation of electrifying oratory, embracing both God and Black culture as he preached from the pulpit. Since then, spirituality for Common has become less about confining oneself within the bounds of religious dogma and more about exploration and expression of the divine. Whether you see existence through the lens of Christianity, the wisdom of Buddhism, or the disciplines of Islam, spirituality ultimately transcends labels, and there's a rich tapestry of global traditions we can draw on to weave a connection to that which is beyond us. So in this context, spirituality then is not a destination but a vessel. It's a diverse array of human-crafted paths toward a relationship with God that is both intimate and expansive. It's a journey of discernment where the wisdom of the ages is sifted through the sieve of personal experience, retaining what resonates and discarding what does not, all in pursuit of a deeper, more authentic connection with the Creator. In this way, everything, your nutrition, exercise, and mental care practices included, becomes a spiritual act, a means of honoring and nourishing the divine spark within. For Common, this is expanded to encompass reading scripture and meditating each morning. For you, it may be musing on pages of poetry, quietly journaling, or joining a bustling congregation that hits the right spot. When we come to view spirituality not as a static state, but as a dynamic process, every day becomes a new chapter in a lifelong quest for meaning, and each moment an opportunity to live more fully in the presence of the divine. Everything returns to spirit when all is said and done. So tying all elements of our earthly existence back to that is not only wise, but it also just makes sense. So just like Common is experienced firsthand, when we are realizing our truest selves, connected to the divine and grounded in love, the human spirit knows no limits. In this Blink to And Then We Rise by Common, you've learned that self-care isn't just an expression of self-love, it's also an expression of love for all creation. The interplay of your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health defines how you show up in this world. And by prioritizing, investing in, and leveraging your nutrition, exercise, mental care, and spiritual practices, you can grow into your highest, most creative self, just as Common has and continues to do. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please leave us a rating or a comment. We always appreciate your feedback. See you in the next Blink.